Students, I'm creating this video to explain to you the procedures that would have been explained in the class meeting on Tuesday, January the 16th, had campus not been closed due to inclement weather. So for those of you that have been stressing, take a moment, sit back, observe this video, and it will explain everything that you need to know regarding your background checks. Before I do that, let me explain that if you open week 1, you had an initial assignment, Education Students Workshop Memo. That assignment is worth 5 points, and there are 5 questions that you have to answer. They're 1 point for each question. You had to answer these questions. So if you will notice at the bottom, I have additional resources and I have a workshop memo posted in there. This is a schedule with some information regarding the praxis exams that you will have to take and also the workshop schedule. So you will want to open that document and read it. Also, if you will notice, right above the assignment posted Education Students Workshop Memo that is worth 5 points, you will notice that there is an additional Education Students Workshop Memo posted, and it has 0 point value, but within this content assignment, I merely go over and explain some steps to you, some procedures, some content information regarding the workshops for the praxis exam and specifically covering the praxis exam information. This is the information that I would have covered at the meeting, the class meeting, if it had not been canceled on Tuesday. So with that said, those 2 pieces right there should help you to complete this assignment accurately. The next thing that I want to cover with you is observation portfolio packets. This was the second piece that I was going to cover in our class meeting. So if you will click on that observation packet, portfolio packet assignment, and if you drop down, I accidentally posted it twice. There's only 1 packet, so don't be confused. I tried to remove it and got confused, so I left it for the time being. But typically click on the first one. It should download, and it's downloading right now on my computer. Okay, so once it downloads, if you open that document, it will look like this. Let me adjust my screen. Okay, I blew it up. It's going to appear like this. And if you scroll on down, this is a complete packet of information regarding everything you'll need to know for doing your observations this semester. At this point, we're going to come back to all of this other information. But at this point, I want to begin on page 16 of the packet, which is near the end of the packet. So let me scroll down all the way through. Like I said, we're going to come back to that other information later. Right now, our top priority is the background information. Okay. It is mandatory that before I can allow you to go into the school system that you have copies or proof that you've had your immunizations as well as a TB clearance, TB test. If you have not had your TB test, I highly recommend that you go to a health department. There is a health department right across the road from the Ozarka College campus at Melbourne. You can go over there and get your TB test. If you don't already have clearance for TB. I will have to have on file, I will need copies of your proof of immunizations that they are up to date. I will also need proof of your TB clearance. So you can put those together as a document, scan those and put those together with your proof of your FBI fingerprinting receipt, as well as scanning in your child maltreatment with DHS background check, and we'll talk about those two pieces in just a moment. But you will scan all of those documents in together as one. Typically, when you scan it like that, you create it into a PDF file, and you will submit it as one file, one document that has several pages to it. Okay. Okay, the background checks. It is mandatory with licensure, Arkansas Department of Education licensure, that before you are allowed to go into the public school system, that you have completely been cleared of an FBI background check, as well as a DHS child maltreatment background check. This is very simple. The FBI fingerprinting background check, the form is found online. Now, you do have to come in to get your fingerprints taken, but filling out your form is all done online. There is a website.
It's 12 o'clock.
Sorry about that. There is a website that you will go to. The easiest way to get to it is right down here. I've posted this website. That's the easiest way to get to it. Before I open that website, I want to just provide some new updated information. In years past, it was acceptable to go into the sheriff's department and get your fingerprints done with the ink, rolling it across the ink and then rolling it across the cardboard paper. That is no longer acceptable. Legislature has mandated that all teacher background checks are to be done at education co-ops. Melbourne has an educational co-op. It is actually right across the road from the Melbourne campus, Ozarka campus. And once you get your online information filled out, you print out, and you pay your fee, you print out that receipt, and then you take that receipt to the co-op, and they will do your fingerprints free after you've paid your fee. The cost for an FBI background check is $37. Those of you that are on financial aid, you can probably, if you get money back, you can calculate this $37 fee into your school expenses, and you can get that back perhaps. But you do have to pay this up front. You will have to pay for this with a credit card, a debit card. Those are the only ways that you can do this online, is through a debit card or a credit card. Okay. Once you complete the information, as I said, you will print out that receipt and then take it to the education co-op right across the road from the Ozarka Melbourne campus and get your fingerprints done. They will take care of sending in your fingerprints from there. This is a live scan. You no longer have to roll your fingers in the ink. This is all done on a scanner, and you will just roll each finger. They will do it for you. They'll roll each finger across the scanner, and then they will put all 5 fingers on there at the same time and get the whole hand scan. I'm going to open this document now, and I'm going to show you if I can get that website to open. Okay. It might be, it says Word is preparing to load this document. Okay, what I'm going to do, if you cannot get it to open by, okay, it just opened. If you cannot get it to open, then just highlight that, copy and paste it into a search engine, and it should open for you, okay? And I thought I was going to have to do that, but it finally loaded. Okay, so once you go here to this site, there is scroll down. Now this is our co-op website, North Central Arkansas Education Service Cooperative, which is the co-op, the education co-op that's right across the road from the Melbourne Ozarka campus. This is their homepage, and if you scroll down, you will see the site that need fingerprinting for new hire or teacher license renewal. Okay, you are in neither one of those categories, but this is a mandatory requirement for you to get into the initial teacher education program and get into the observation part of your program of study. So you will want to go click on this first site to complete the online ADE, Arkansas Department of Education, background consent form. And then the next site, this is where you will go to pay your fee for the background check. So I will open the first one and I will show you. Okay, you want the background check consent form. Background check consent form. So you would click on that. And of course, that form is going to open up. And I am not going to be able to go very far through this, but you are going to select the option of teacher pre-service. Okay, so in teacher pre-service, you will select teacher pre-service and then click continue, and then from there you fill out this entire form and just keep filling out the form, clicking continue when you complete that section, and it will take you through the whole procedure. Okay, so I'm going to go back. Don't forget, you are to be the teacher pre-service. Okay, so now I'm going to take myself all the way back. I'm going to back out of that. Okay, so once that form has been completely filled out, you submit that online. So that all of that information is totally submitted online. You can print out a hard copy if you feel like you need one, but you don't have to print out a hard copy. I do not need a hard copy of your application. What I do need is this form. Once you fill that out, go back to the site, click on the online background check system, and this is where you will fill out the information for what you are doing. This is where you will pay your fee. Okay, and again, this is done by debit card or credit card only. So as you choose a location, I'm double checking something here. Okay, you will choose you may choose, because our college, Ozarka College, is not going to be one of your options. I'm just double checking to make sure. No, Ozarka College is not one of your options. So what you're going to want to choose is the North Central Arkansas Education Co-op. Okay. And yes, because it's going to make you, it's not even going to allow you the option of other. Let me take that back. Go ahead and choose this option right here, Arkansas Department of Education. Because that's where your initial form will go anyway. So go ahead and choose that as your option. or you could choose this option. Either one of these two options will suffice. Okay, so once you select, it will provide you the verification code. The reason is EDUC Teacher Pre-Service. Okay, so you're going in for Teacher Pre-Service. And then you will post your email address and submit that, and then it will get to the next page, which will ask you your payment information, which will either be a credit card or a debit card. So this information must be taken care of. I have extended the date. This was initially due. You were supposed to submit this receipt back to me along with your immunization records and your TB, proof of your TB clearance by Tuesday, next Tuesday. However, January the 23rd. However, I have extended that to January the 27th, which is next Saturday. Do not procrastinate. Get on top of this. Get this done immediately. Okay, so I'm going to X out of that, and I'm going to go back to my packet. And I want to now cover the child maltreatment instructions are right here. Okay, there is a fee for the DHS child maltreatment background check. It is $10, and you will complete this form. Here are the steps, step 1, 2, and 3 of what you need to do for this. This is a hard copy form. You will want to print this out, and if your computer will allow you, you can type right on this. I do that by selecting Tools, maybe it's Insert. Maybe that's how I do it. Text box. Okay, and so it will allow me to create a text box. Well, it's not doing it this time, so that may not work. Forms are different, computers are different. Sometimes I can do that and sometimes I cannot. You may need, the best idea may be to go ahead and print this document out, print your information, completely fill out this document. Do not write anything below this line right here. Do not sign this form yet. When you print this out, fill out all of the information and stop right here. You will then have to go to a notary public, and in their presence, you will sign this form and date it, and then they will sign it and date it, and they will put in their information, their notary public information. And then once you do that, you will write a $10 check, or you can go get a $10 money order at the bank if you no longer use checks. That is the only form that you can use to pay this fee, is by check or money order, and it's only $10. Do not send a $10 bill, and do not send your debit or credit card information. Use a check or a money order only. Once the notary public witnesses your signature and they fill in their information and put their signature, they will then put the notary public seal on the paper. Once you do that, before you mail this in, I need you to scan me a copy of that completed form and attach that as part of your packet that you have to submit back, which is for a grade. When you are then ready to mail this, and I would say mail this, get that scanned in so I can have a copy and you can have a copy to submit, scan that in, and then there is an address. to which you will send this, and I'm looking for that address. Oh, right there it is. Okay. Mail the form and payment to Arkansas Department of Human Services at the address on the form. And right here is the address. Okay. So send that in. You will mail that as a hard copy. This is applicant. It says to check one. You are going to check at this point non-licensed classified. Well, go ahead and non-licensed classified. I should be able to see your information as it comes back when I check the ADE site. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to call me or email me, and I will help you if you need my help. This is mandatory for you to be able to go into the school systems and do your observations. Again, remember that I need copies of your proof of immunization records, your TB clearance. If you haven't done your TB clearance, you need to go to the health department and get the TB test. Many schools are also requiring a current flu shot that has been administered after September of the current academic year. I would encourage you, if you have not had your flu shot, to go ahead and get that done as well. Flu season is deadly this year. Okay, so a $10 fee for child maltreatment, $37 fee for your FBI background check. Get those copies, and you will submit those copies in the submission tab under the assignment, and let me open that assignment. You will submit that right here under proof of submitted background checks. And like I said, I'm changing this date. This was the initial date because we were going to have our meeting on January the 16th on a Tuesday. I'm going to extend this until January 27, which is next Saturday. And you will just submit it as you would any other document. Make sure that you put them all together, scan them all together as one document though. Okay, that's the end of this this class meeting information. If you have any questions, please call my office or send me an email.